After years of being known as the digital generation,
Darkwood shirt to wipe my pooey bum. Just kidding, I didn't buy one, fuck you.
Thank you, Gary Busey, for the 10. Yeah, you can't buy it because you're broke, Gary. You're not in any films anymore. Thank you, Poodaloo, for the 5. How do I buy the shirt? I don't carry the slop coin euro. You can buy it. What do you mean? Just use your currency.
millennials are no longer the core demographic of
This video hurts a lot because, again, if I was born 1 year later, I would have been a millennial. 1 year. I escaped the Asmongold realm by 1 year. 1 year. I mean, it's kind of funny because I'm Gen Z, technically, right? So Gen Z is like the best generation to be because that's like teenagers to like adults. So you're basically safe because that's the generation that uses the internet the most. So you mock the millennials, the old people, and then you mock Gen Alpha or the little zoomies. Because I think the oldest Gen Alpha is like literally an 11-year-old, I think.
On the internet, and it shows.
And she gets to be small girl.
Pain. Wait, is that copyright music? That's Aphex Twin. Did you get a claim on this? Surprising you didn't. How did you not get a claim? Pain.
Spills everything.
Nice.
What I found? You can't see it. Let me show you what it looks like. Do you know what this is? It's
Millennials are actually so unfunny. It does amaze me. Like, how am I like a year off these guys, man? In a couple of years, Gen Z are going to be the new millennials, and millennials are going to be the new Gen Y. Oh, no, yeah, definitely. It always moves, right? Like, millennials were the tech kids. They were the generation to grow up on tech, and now Gen Z are making fun of millennials. And then Gen Alpha will literally be calling Gen Z unk. That's the scariest thing. But we can make fun of Gen Alpha for now, because it's like their childhood is literally Fortnite. Like, genuinely, like, tell them to name any character that isn't in Fortnite. Also, talking about that, did you see that? Did you see that Mrs. Incredible skin in Fortnite? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. That is crazy. Imagine if it ended up like that. Could you imagine? That's insane. Like, I'm not installing the game for that. I'm not installing the game for that, but oh my god.
So I found it hard to watch the Darkwood video cause there wasn't any Subway Surfers or Family Guy playing at the bottom of the screen.
It just ends up looking like that. Thank you, Andy, for the 10. Unlucky. Yeah, apparently she's got a fatter ass than Chun-Li, which is crazy. But I'm still not installing the game. Unlucky. Such a boring game. I'll play my PS1 slow burn atmospheric horror game. Thank you very much. It's funny because even though I'm Gen Z, I literally play the games that millennials play. Like, I would rather play like Doom, like 90s Doom, than like most modern games. Oh, I'm so different, guys.
pumpkin spice cream cheese for my crispy bread.
Millennial core clips satirize millennials that seem keen to film themselves doing weird stuff on the internet, and millennial cringe has become an entire
Hey,
genre.
Byro, is your next video on fear and hunger? If it is, chat should pray it will come out next year. See you in year 2077.
Thank you, Pyrocynical, for the 10.
Between Disney
Gen Z grew up on Minecraft. Nothing wrong with that, though. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Minecraft's based. Minecraft is funny because it'll keep dying and then it'll just keep coming back. If you grew up on Fortnite, now that's sad. That's sad.
Disney adults, lovers of skinny jeans,
I saw this one TikTok, actually. Hang on, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Yeah, I saw this and it actually sucked because it literally was just... Yeah, look at this. Like, this sucks. This is exactly why I would not reinstall Fortnite, because like literally every new gen is running that skin. Like, the skin just came out. It just came out. It just came out. And like half the server is literally running the incredible skin. I'm sorry, I know I hate to be that guy, but if everyone can use the skin, I don't want to use it. I want to feel special. Oh my god, this image is funny because like this is taken outside all bar one. This is at Birmingham train station.
I just finished watching the Darkwood video. It was cinema as always. Looking forward to the next one.
Thank you, Ranvar, for the 10. Appreciate it, man.
entire genre between Disney adults, lovers of skinny jeans, and of course the classic millennial grey. Generally speaking, a millennial can be defined as anyone born between the years of 1981 and 1996.
I was born 97. I just escaped it. Wait, that means Ludwig and Critical are millennials. That's hilarious. Lamau.
They are also known as Gen Y, but are one of the generations lucky, or perhaps unlucky, enough to garner a catchy name, as
Old head? Nah. Nah, you can't call me old head, bro. Like, I escaped it. I escaped the wall. You can't call me old head.
they were born before the turn of the millennium. They are
I escaped Unk by like 12 months.
often defined as digital natives, alongside Gen Z and Gen Alpha, with later millennials the first to be born after the existence of the internet, and grow up
I hate it when a new skin comes out and everyone uses it thinking they're cool. I mean, isn't that the same as like when like a Siege operator comes out? Like a really cool skin comes out? Like that Master Chief skin for 6 Siege?
within its nurturing embrace. In the 2010s, millennials were pretty heavily shat on by mainstream media. They were labeled as lazy, entitled, overly focused on political correctness, yet also were cutting edge with tech and saving the world, whilst scapegoated as the generation to blame for all the world's problems, and simultaneously the ones who would fix them, leading to the phrase "okay boomer" becoming a response to the hate.
It's so weird because millennials were actually so respected until like all the 12-year-olds got access to TikTok, and now they're just made fun of. I mean, now they can definitely be a bit cringe. I think all the millennials that are made fun of are like the older millennials, though, not the people that are 28 or like early 30s.
Awesome Darkwood video. I don't know if you saw them, but I'm the guy who made the Trader and the Wolfman in a realistic style in 3D. It would be great to know if you like them.
Thank you, Mark Peterson. I think I saw that actually. Hang on. I think I saw this. Are you the guy that made this? Because I think I saw this. Oh, you are. Yeah, the same name. The name. That is sick. Yeah. That's cool, man. Oh, you did the Trader as well? Let me look. Yeah, I did see this. We actually used this as reference because, like, we couldn't actually get a high quality rip of the character art, so we couldn't really tell what was going on with his mask.
All
So
you people saying you got Darkwood shirts for your girlfriend, please stop lying. We all know that the Pyroslop stops you from getting women.
Yeah, that's great stuff, man. Thank you, Cooper, for the 10. Also true. If you're in this stream, you don't have a partner.
That is, until Gen Z
I love the zoomer. It's funny because like bitter millennials invented the zoomer, and the zoomer is apparently anyone under the age of 30.
came along
So I'm actually nearly a boomer.
and were unfairly shuffled into the
Pornhub, TikTok, OnlyFans. I like how they're trying to encapsulate here that they have a porn addiction and a nicotine addiction.
crosshairs of the mainstream media, as the latest target to blame the world's social ills upon. But this
Who uses Pornhub anymore? Okay, I mean, the thing is, you're spitting right now, but I'm not allowed to say that because I'm going to get roasted.
long and deep-seated hatred toward
I wish
millennials
they
has
gave
certainly
Raven team leader a fatter ass. I'd let that bear grind me into paste with her buttocks. She's so bad. Oh my god.
Normal. Who does use it? It's so boring. We're cooked, man. We're cooked. We're actually cooked. Yeah, the fact that people are saying Pornhub is boring now, like, we're cooked. I mean, it is, but yeah, we're cooked.
taken root over the years, as the generation once considered cutting edge is now firmly within the realms of being described as cringe. From the weird love surge to the millennial porn
You don't even need to look for porn now to get porn. Have you seen that trend that's happening on TikTok now where, like, bots have hijacked the For You page and it's just showing a girl with her butthole spread? It just comes up on your page and it has, like, 2 million views. It's crazy. And then everyone in the comments is ironically commenting saying it's hopecore.
whores and that girl dancing in front of her food
What are you talking about? Do you want to see it? I can show you it. I mean, obviously I'm not going to show you the actual video, but I'm pretty sure that TikTok accent guy did a video talking about it. Hang on. I really gotta wipe my cookies or something, man. I'm sick of seeing that video every time I
Hey Pyro,
click on this app.
hope your day is going well, bro. Can't wait to see you on the Talk to You podcast. Been waiting for 3 months now for this.
I would love to see that. Right, I wasn't lying about that, by the way, about like, you know, straight up a spread butthole is coming up on your page. Look, I'll show you. Look at this. This guy covered it. I've had this come up on my page as well.
TikTok is being taken over by adult slideshows.
This is like just a full butthole behind him, by the way. He has added this heart in post. There is no censoring.
It's December 22nd all over again. So you may have seen a slideshow like this, or
Thank you, Neil, for the 24 months, 2 years of slop.
this come across your For You page recently. Now, if you saw this on your For You page, then you would know that I actually am the one who added this little heart here. Just a note, the original post did not have that heart there. Now, in the past few days, posts like this have taken over so many For You pages. Now, I'm guessing the TikTok moderators are on vacation because this stuff should not be on TikTok. Now, there are hundreds upon hundreds of pictures like this just being posted everywhere out of the...
I like how people in the comments are giving the name of the account away so they can look up who it is.
On 250k subs. Looking forward to what you have in store.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the 10. I'm a very small channel. If you could subscribe, that'd be great. Thank you, Viva, for the 3 months. My GF says you owe her an apology because she had to listen to me complain about Darkwood getting delayed for a week. Based.
The blue. If I had to guess, somebody
Yeah, just tell her unlucky. Just look at her dead in the eyes and say, unlucky.
found a new way to trick the TikTok moderation system, and now people are able to post literally whatever they want, regardless of if it goes against the terms of service or not.
It is mental how they got away with this, though. I saw the original football profile picture. You're 7 years old. Yeah, why are they all giving the name away of the account? Like, one of them gives the name and then says
Yo,
sorry
Pyro, have
afterwards.
you seen anything about Witchfire? The game is in early access, but it's very polished and honestly feels great to play. I'd go in with an open mind.
Thank you, Annan, for the 10. I did look at it a bit. I could check it out later. Thank you, Mr. Seal, for the 10. Thank you for making high-quality videos like Darkwood on the main. No worries, man.
Even if you see one of these and report it, it's not going to get taken down, at least not right now.
There's so many accounts like this, though, and each of their TikToks is just the same slideshow of like a butthole, and they all have like 3 million views. It's insane.
Like, there is
like they've somehow hijacked the algorithm, because even though each one has like 5,000 likes, you go on their page and then it's like 5 million views. So it's obvious that everyone's seeing it, they're just not engaging with it.
Into TikTok HQ. But for some reason, every couple of months, TikTok ends up having an incident like this.
BRB, gotta check something on TikTok real quick. Holy damn bad. Holy damn bad. That sucks, man.
Like, I'm starting to think the moderators might actually just go on vacation when all of this happens, because it's happening way too frequently at this point. TikTok is being...
I respect that you got it to 1 minute as well. Of course you did. Of course you did. Need that payout.
These are things that have been described as millennial core content. It's worth noting that being cringe is something almost every generation does. It's just that many millennials have reached the camp of parenthood and as such have become decidedly uncool. It could be...
Dude. Imagine being a parent. You know what's funny? It's like, I'm 27 now, and I always keep thinking, like, how could you be a parent? Like, that'll happen later in life. Like, But now I'm literally 27. Like, I'm 3 years away from being 30. It's like, do I lock in? Or do I sit in my bedroom and play video games? I might do the second one.
Argued the first time millennials were hinted at being...
Imagine having kids. Yeah, I've never wanted kids, but I know I'll have kids because it's like... that you have to... Like, for me, it's kind of it's a psyop thing where it's like, you have to carry on, like, a legacy. You have to. Because there's just no point otherwise. Because I see a lot of people that don't have kids and they're in their 50s and they're really happy. You know, because obviously they've got more money because they didn't spend it bringing up a child, and they've got more spare time. They haven't made the sacrifice of having a child. But then at the same time, it's like, surely you get lonely, right? Like, you know, because a lot of children end up basically not taking care of their parents, but obviously, you know, growing up with them and stuff, like bringing them up.
The older generation...
It's cap. Yeah, I mean, I was going to watch a video on stream yesterday, but I didn't have time. But, like, no one's having kids anymore. Like, no one. Like the biggest problem we had was overpopulation. I remember as a kid, we were just told about it and it really scared me. I thought, like, it's funny because when I was younger, I was definitely autistic. I would take things really literally. And I thought there'd be so many people on the planet, we would have to knock down buildings to make more room for people, which doesn't make sense because you can put more people in a building. More on brain. But yeah, even now you can fit like every human on the planet in Texas, I think, or something. But yeah, it's like we now have a problem where no, people aren't having enough kids because we're living longer and now we've got an aging
I'm petrified
population.
at the idea of you getting Ida pregnant. I believe you'll develop a pregnancy fetish.
Thank you for the 10, Annan.
In meme culture occurred circa 2018 with the invention of
Well, I do remember looking up pregnancy videos when I was a kid. I actually remember that now. What the hell? Dude, I should not have had the internet as a kid. Jesus Christ. Actual pipeline.
That 30-year-old boomer Wojak depicting a 30-year-old drinking Monster Energy Ultra, possibly indicating an intent toward a healthier substitute for sugar in their old age, and talking about boomer shooters like Doom being the real games.
I do this, though. I do this. I play old games. I play old games, bro. I don't play modern games. Hang on. What's like the most modern game I've played recently? I tried mouthwashing for 4 minutes. That's a remake of a 2006 game. Okay, that's actually pretty fun. I need to play that. I keep reinstalling that and not playing it. Fear and Hunger, Jackbox, Crisis, they're old games. Crime Scene Cleaner. That game isn't even out yet. Yeah, it's over. It's over. This is like the Steam library that everyone posts on 4chan to like brag about. This sucks. Oh my god. This is like the definition of I'm trying to be different. At least we got Trouble Hunter though, at least.
Pyro, my brain is rotted. My co-worker said to me run cable in a way so it doesn't hit the wall. My brain glitched and I laughed out loud. Had to explain to her what it meant. Now she says it too.
Doesn't hit the wall? Oh, I get it. I get it. No, I actually get it.
I mean, don't think too much, just enjoy your life. 28 years old's advice. Also stop calling yourself old, bruh.
Thank you, Ray, for the 10. Oh, you're 28? Oh, you're so old. You're so old. That sucks. Dude, imagine being 28. That sucks. Boomer alert. Millennial in the chat. Boomer alert.
Compared to Fortnite. As a result of this meme,
No, I appreciate the advice, though. Ray, thank you. I was doing it for the clip fam.
the name of Zoomer was born, depicting Gen Z with a short back and sides haircut that defined the generation at that time, which
It's so good.
How would it go if you had a kid? Would you quit entirely or raise him to become Morgs 2.0?
I don't know. I know for a fact I would never let him touch the fucking internet unsupervised. Absolutely. The dream would be to start a shitty knockoff brand of Lunchables and then raise enough money so I could retire. That would be the plan. Because my wife is about to go to labor, but I can't do that, unfortunately. So just raise him into Morgs. Could you imagine? Ugh.
Raising one child is the same as doing 21,300 pyro donations or 6,400 Dogwood shirts. Know your worth.
21,000 pyro donors. Jesus. God. I'm not having a kid, man. Forget that.
of course evolved into the broccoli
I saw this one thing about Bradley Cooper talking about his kid. Oh yeah, he made this article where it was like Bradley Cooper didn't connect with his baby right away. And it's just a very bizarre article to make because basically he said like he had a child but he didn't feel like he loved his child. Which, I mean, that's kind of normal, I feel, with a lot of people. I don't even know if I love this kid. Then all of a sudden it's like no question. But yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of parents have that. It's like they don't connect with their kid. With the mom, you're kind of cheating because they literally have like all the chemical endorphins like oxytocin and stuff. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people don't get on with their kid when they're born. But then it's like, to admit that in an article, it's like, oh.
haircut that came
So I don't like the child that was just born. Can I have another one?
later. And what was previously known as millennial humor could also be characterized as a mashup of early Gen Z tropes.
Oh, wow. God, I remember that.
groups. Watching
You can really tell it was Tumblr as well.
older accounts like Super Deluxe or even the Eric Andre show demonstrates a millennial audience fully embracing a fast-paced, absurdist take on meme culture. However, what comes across as cringe in millennial culture is just those who found one joke and stuck with it, and the same thing will inevitably happen to later generations. Considering the deep impact of millennial core and the discourse surrounding the generation, there are 3 topics to this video that deserve their own chapters: millennial fashion, millennial humor, and Disney/Harry Potter adults.
Dude, I used to wear nothing but skinny jeans until recently as well. Never wear skinny jeans, bro. Skinny jeans are not good.
So we know what a
I got these suit pants that I bought now that I wear a lot. They're based.
millennial is, but how
Imagine 20 years into the future, people are asking, why is Gen Alpha humor so weird? And then the humor in question is Skibbity Toilet.
do we identify one out in the wild?
Surely humor's getting worse, right? Like, it is getting worse. It's definitely getting more abstract. But then again, I say that, and it's like, the humor that I grew up on, that Gen Alpha's growing up on, I grew up on, like, YouTube poop and stuff, right? Like, you know, like, my boy. Like, genuinely for me,
My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
12 years ago. I might neck it. But yeah, like, that was actually peak humor for me. My boy. My boy. Ropes. Bombs?
Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
What was the really, there was a really old head one that was like before my time. It was, no, it's not over 9,000. What was it? It was a really old head. It was like someone set us up the bomb. That's it. Yeah, this is actually before my time, old head. I think the joke was, it was just so, like, how broken English it was. What happened? Somebody set us up the bomb. Like, it is actually joining an average Warzone game with some ESL from Albania. Like, it's just broken English. We get signal. All your base belong to us. That's right. God, that was even before my time though. That was ancient old head.
Well, it's quite easy to do so through their sense
009 trance. Oh, do you remember? I remember early YouTube, and it was like the only two songs that everyone used in videos was "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor" and then 009, the Transcape thing.
of fashion,
Dreamscape,
which is usually a little bit stuck in the 2010s. Let's start with the latest trend to
It'd
plague
feel like
millennials.
coming full circle, history repeating itself. If I walked in on my child watching slop content from Little Pyro, I'd probably fall down the stairs.
Thank you, Ricolas, the 10.
That of the concept of the crew sock. In the early 2000s and 2010s,
Do you want to hear bad voice acting? Can you look up real bad voice acting Chaos Wars? Yeah, I might do after.
a higher crew style sock was considered unfashionable, and ankle socks or no-show socks were all the rage. Fashions, of course, change with time, and crew socks have very much been in for several years at this stage. But a lot of millennials have picked up on this fact, and despite no one actually caring what someone's socks look like, seem to take it personally. It's incredibly easy to find clips made by millennials who have decided that everyone thinks they're really old and lame for
No one thinks this. No one cares about what socks you wear. This is old people that got psyoped. No one cares about what you wear.
continuing to wear ankle socks, when in fact most people really don't give a shit. The same thing has happened with other fashion trends, such as side parts turning to middle parts, then The same thing has happened with other fashion trends, such as side parts turning to middle parts, then skinny jeans turning to baggy jeans, and now ankle socks turning to crew socks. Then of course there's countless clips demonstrating the French tuck, which again is no longer fashionable. All fashion trends tend to exist as a rebellion as the ones that came before.
You know what's really funny? I saw like BBC shows like Top of the Pops and stuff where the people on the show were like literally 17 and they looked about 45. I said to my mom, I was like, why do they look so old? Like, they're literally 17. Like, why do they look old even though they're young? And it genuinely is all just to do with like fashion and the way people like present themselves and stuff.
For them, as they inevitably become associated with the status quo and old.
Yeah, I was watching BBC with my mum. I was watching BBC with my mum.
The generations. Old people tend to look old simply because they continue to wear the same clothes of their teenage years or early 20s, instead of simply paying attention to what is changing and why and adapting their own styles to it. That being
honestly, give this bro here, give him some baggy jeans, man. There's this one post that lives a little bit rent-free in my head. Hang on. There's this one post on I think it's on the Streetwear subreddit. I'll see if I can find it now. It's this old guy wearing like Supreme and it actually slaps. I think it's like the top post of all time. I hope so. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this guy. Look at this. I love this post. Streetwear meetup and this 70-year-old hypebeast shows up. Like, look at that, man. He's got the ankle socks. He don't care. That guy doesn't look a day over 20. He got the Yeezits on. The Yeezits. Do you remember when everyone wore those? I actually have a pair of those. I got 2 pairs of those, and I haven't worn them in like 3 years. I just refuse to wear them. Those Jordans? Yeah, I like that though. The little gap. I saw this talk that the Young Lean did as well that was really good, and he was basically like, he basically said like a lot of people, they make this mistake where all they do is like they just they buy expensive clothing thinking that's going to make them look better, but you need to learn how to like style your clothing and stuff. I don't know if I can find this. Here we go. Yeah, let me play it. I'm pretty sure I've shown this on stream before, but yeah, no, like he's definitely spitting on this one, I think.
1 minute.
I think it's just
React Neil. Just replace Andy with Neil instead.
Thank you, Zayos, the 10.
if you buy something that you really fuck with, then it doesn't have to be expensive to me.
I made this mistake when I got YouTube money. Like, I literally just bought like all the most expensive stuff without realizing like what works, what doesn't, what looks good, like style wise.
The hottest thing about pregnancy is like, yeah, I fucking did that. Busted so many buttery nuts and that produced offspring.
Like, you call me Birch. Mentally unhinged psychopath.
Mean anything to you. I think things come with sentimental value. These pants.
Why does he always sound so high? I mean, he was until like a couple years ago. Like, how old is this interview? 5 years. Yeah, he's usually always like all a Drain Gang. Like all of them were like pretty big into drugs and stuff. Like, they put it in their lyrics. They talked about how they did it to like not eat, to keep like a slimmer figure and stuff. Because, I mean, people like, oh, the camera died again. Great. People like Echo and Blade. They're like models as well, right? So they need to keep that figure. Like, they can't get fat. And unfortunately, stuff like alcohol makes you very, very fat because of all the calories and no nutrition. So unless you're running like a 10K every day, you can't do it.
Weren't the most.
That's why so many people, like in fashion, they turn to like stronger drugs, because it's like, I want to get a high, but I don't want to get fat. Like, genuinely.
It's expensive.
Like, the most you'll see them actually drink is like a White Claw or something.
Pants, but I just put them on every day, and then after a while you feel comfortable with them, and then you just mix them with whatever. I think it just comes from.
I don't know about the shoes, but those suit pants are really nice.
I always just liked putting on good shit and mixing whatever I had, and if I couldn't afford what I really wanted, then I'd buy the cheap version, and then everyone like Sherman, Echo, Blade, everyone, they all like dressed so well before we had any cash. I think it's important to
Yeah, they're at like an Acne runway show recently, Blade and Echo.
be able to dress yourself before you have cash. Because if someone just hands you money, you're gonna look like an idiot. You're just gonna be dressed in Gucci, Balenciaga, like everything you see online. But you haven't really...
It's literally what I did. I bought the most expensive clothes and I just didn't know how to dress myself. I think the worst thing is I never like studied anything to learn how to dress myself. I just experimented and I was like, oh, this works. It's like the same way that I've done my hair, right? Like my hair now looks like a rat has like died on my head, but like I still like this hair more than what I previously had at the minute. And the hairstyle I've got just came from a complete accident. I was blow drying and it like middle parted on accident. And I was like, oh, okay, I might try this now.
You're getting your own style yet, so you're just gonna look like...
Thank you for the Darkwood video. It started the last work week on the right note. Sorry if people thought you fell off because I didn't watch it day one.
Thank you, Crew Glove, for the 10. Now, Darkwood's got 3 million views. I'm happy with it. It's still consistently picking up. It's obviously going to slow down a bit, but, you know, I'm happy with 3 mil.
So when you see...
You didn't choose the Karen cut. The Karen cut chose you. Also true.
In the photo, and you're never going to be really comfortable. You're going to look like you just walked out the store. So I think just like take your time, buy secondhand for a while.
I picked up these suit pants recently from Acne, and they're so nice. It's such a good investment. I remember I got invited down to this fashion show thing. Well, it wasn't really. It was more like, I think Finsta invited me to it. And it was more just like kind of an open store thing. And it was funny because like it was genuinely like... It was so cramped in there. It was so busy. I went inside a changing room with the pants on, the suit pants. And I genuinely thought about just leaving it because I felt like one of those eggs. You know when YouTubers try to hatch an egg and they put it under those lights? Like I felt like that in the changing room. But I tried them on and I was like, okay, this kind of slaps. Thank you, Lesbian with Chainsaws, for the 10. I think one thing that helped as well is like losing weight, genuinely. Like after I lost weight, like clothing works. Like you genuinely, it's like leveling up your character. Like you get access to so many more styles that you couldn't before. But then again, like if you are fat, there are loads of styles that can apply to you. Like I've seen people that are fat and they're able to pull off like really good styles. Like for example, like someone that's fat, they wouldn't really wear like skinny jeans, right? But like you get someone that's like larger and they have baggy jeans, like that can go like really hard.
And adapting their own styles to
Like denim baggy jeans and stuff like are super big right now.
it. That being said, millennials pioneered many trends that are worn today, especially through their grunge phases
Speaking
and baggy
of the dead
pants
rat
of the
on
late.
your head, my husband can give you a stunning trim for like £50 instead of the £200 destitute ass fade you have at the moment. Gay people just do it better.
Thank you, Laura, for the 10. All right, let's set it
I
up.
went to see Travis over the summer for his tour and Lean had opened for him. When Miami Ultra played, the guy next to me was looking at me crazy for know every word of the song and I thought everyone knew who he was. Underrated as fuck and a consistent artist.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about Young Lean is like Young Lean is now kind of old head music. Because Travis is still popular. Because Young Lean had a huge peak like the early 2010s. And then he just kind of did his own thing. Travis is someone that's always been in the spotlight. Like, you know, like fucking the Kardashians and whatever. Like, he's always been popular. You know? Like, how big that apology video meme he did was as well. Like, he's always been in the spotlight. And genuinely, like it's like the Fortnite collabs and stuff, right? Like, he's... Like, the new gens are getting in on Travis Scott. But Young Lean, it's like... It's kind of gated off now. Where it's like, you know, ooh, like, who's this guy? Young Lean? Oh, is he popular? Like, I haven't really heard of him. Like, his music's good, though. And also his music is really, really varied as well. Like the music he made like 10 years ago is not the same music as what he makes now. Grey Goose goes really hard.
90s and
I'm not muted, I can tell. Stop doing the bit. Actual most unfunny bit.
early 2000s, as fashion is an incredibly cyclical concept, just like memes. And of course, we have to think about the so-called millennial grey, which refers to the minimalist black and white tones commonly associated with those who have outdated taste, but that wasn't the only color the generation was associated with.
Someone in chat is saying baited. It's like, I never took the bait.
After all, a rather bold shade of pink was also described as millennial pink due to its liberal use in that age demographic during the mid-2010s, although it too, of course, has faded out of fashion.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Genuinely.
That being said, if you...
Oh! You know the worst thing is, I'm that old, I actually remember, like... I remember seeing... You would have goths at my school. Like, goth culture was a thing. Thank you, Trill Saber, for the 3. Dress like a homeless person, but dress fancy if the event calls for it. Yeah, no, I dress like a degen when I'm at home. Like when I'm at home, I literally just like I just wear like shorts, and then I wear like a t-shirt. Like that's it. That's it. Like I just wear shorts. Like why am I going to be wearing trousers when I'm sat on my sweaty chair all day? Probably shouldn't have said that. But yeah, like obviously when I go out, like I can, you know.
If you want a true snapshot of late millennial fashion, social media heavily used by millennials, such as MySpace and Facebook, is probably the best indication of the types of fits worn by millennials back in the day, including the huge emo and scene trends that dominated that time. To understand millennials, we need to understand their humor.
That hair, yeah, it was bad.
And to do that, we need to
Panic at the Disco fans. Oh, leave them alone, man. There's like 3 of them left.
take a look at what millennial humor was like.
Aging millennial humor. A doggo. A hecking good popper. 13 out of 10 good boy. Could be a friend. Now that's just how women speak. Like genuinely, woman. Okay. Look, I've looked at my demographics, right? Like 9% of my fan base are women. Okay? And the camera died again. For fuck's sake. What? Why does this happen every time I turn on the fucking AC? Like, it just shits itself. There's a fucking fly on the camera. Is that the reason why it's so bad? Damn. The fucking camera just keeps dying. It's every time I put the AC on in here. Every time. So now I've got to make I gotta make the room cold and freeze myself just to get this camera to cool down.
During the early 2000s to 2010.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, woman humor unfunny. Yeah, that was the entire bit I was gonna say. This is how women talk on Tumblr. But now what they do is you go on the TikTok comments and like every 20 scrolls, I'll get like a woman TikTok that's popular, and they'll say things like, "Help, I can't," in all caps. "I'm screaming." What are you screaming at? It's 3 in the morning. You got school tomorrow. You're not screaming. You're typing that with a straight face. Shut your mouth. It's pain. It is pain. Genuinely. It's funny. Like, I'll see a TikTok that's actually kind of funny. I'll look at the comments and my smile just fades straight away.
Ends. Initially, millennial humor was considered weird, surreal, and unknowable.
What if I'm trans? Oh no, that was the joke I was going to make. I was going to say 9% of the audience are female and they will all be trans.
Tim and Eric are famous for cornering this market in the early 2000s with their bad on purpose style, now often imitated today through Gen Z and Gen Alpha memes. And of course, with YouTube Poop, Gary's Mod Animations.
Thief, I didn't steal your joke. That was a joke I made up 2 days ago and I was waiting for the right moment to say it.
MLG and Deep.
Oh my god! Oh my, wait. Okay, this is referencing me. Hang on a minute.
With YouTube Poop, Gary's Mod Animations, MLG, and deep fried memes.
Dude, you know Seth Tasintak actually, you know he's an old head, right? Like he actually did MLG when we were all doing it as well. Isn't that crazy? He's like one of the prime examples of like constantly evolving your content and being able to survive. Like he used to do MLG. Like if he was doing this stuff now, his channel would be dead. But like now he's doing these game reviews and stuff and he's like thriving. Like it's based. That's crazy. Oh no. I know what that video is. I can't show that. I can't show that. That's where like a mummy has sex with a maid. I have all the videos I clicked on. Thank God I pre-watched that.
It seemed like millennials would be cutting edge forever.
I was gonna try and show like an old video to like give an example of his content. No. There was no nudity. There was no nudity in that clip. There was about to be.
However, this...
Oh my god, the throwback. Dude, isn't it? I remember talking to Max Mofo about this like 6 years ago. Like, isn't it funny how quick MLG died? I swear it lasted like a year. Who is left after MLG? There's so many refugees, right? There's me. There's Memulus. Seth Tasintak. Willany didn't ever do MLG videos, to be fair. Who else is left? Who is actually left? No Fuckers. True. Snipers. Nah, I don't think he does YouTube anymore. No Fuckers. Yeah, true. No Fuckers is another one. Materialismo? No, he stopped, I think. I think he stopped. Dolan? Dolan never did MLG videos, I don't think. Podal? Oh my god, yeah, Podal. Oh my god, yeah, true. But Podal, it's funny because Podal's humor was that ironic that it actually aged so well.
However, this would soon come crashing to a halt as millennials grew older and got stuck using some seriously outdated shit, and headlines have now changed to them being considered the least cool generation. Have you ever heard the words adulting and I did a thing and cringed so hard your head retreated into your neck? You can thank millennials for popularizing this language.
We're going to McDonald's. McDognald's. Come on, Papa. Hehe, blep. She still call me Papa. A woman made that. A woman made that. Like, I'm not saying that's millennials, man. Give them a break. A woman made that.
And at the time, it was considered very cool and different slang, like, you know, doggo, heckin', and paparino. But of course, it is now.
It was literally just Tumblr and Reddit that speech was big on. It was, even, I remember, like, even when I was younger, I was like, this sucks.
Now gone the opposite direction. Plus mustaches.
Oh, like a boss, deal with it. I'm a little silly and different. Things like bacon. Things liking bacon makes them quirky. Unicorns, gifts, epic fails. Do you remember that anti-smoking advert that came out that everyone made fun of because it was the most millennial thing imaginable? Looked like this for some reason. Literally dressed like Pharrell Williams.
Hipster irony, bacon.
Oh my god, do you remember Obey? Obey was like the competitor to Supreme. Jesus.
Epic and Rage comics were all part of this era, and old memes that were once popular became annoying as some.
Remember the MLG virus video? The Materialismo video? That was like one of the most, if not the best MLG video of all time. Like production-wise, it was insane. It was so good.
Hello, Pyro. I've had your videos and streams on while studying and training as a blacksmith for the last few years. You helped me through rude times when I transitioned. Life is better now, and I can always remember that I'm not you. Much love.
Thank you, Adelaide, for the 10.
Moved past them. This includes the changes in what was and wasn't popular in terms of iconography, which is no better represented than the death of the laughing crying emoji. Whilst it was always considered cringe and boomerish from the get-go, to the point where it was certainly a millennial staple to use it ironically, there were some who were surprised that newer generations liked it less. Again, this is in tandem with meme papa speak such as
I'm 30 years old, but I speak like an illiterate 3-year-old because le Reddit and memes. How cool and original I ams.
Eat spicy goodness like a boss.
Eat spicy goodness. Oh, the Burger King advert. That was pain. I swear that was like 5 years ago as well, but it was just, even then it was so poorly aged. I like how you could tell the guy who made this meme was like a rebellious 15-year-old as well.
just Heckin' and Paparino, which annoyed online communities to the point that they are now mostly represented as what Soyjacks would say. As such, it's no secret millennial humor is now often described as cringe. Watching a 30 to 40-year-old acting the same way as they did when they were teenagers on social media does not hit the same way as it used to, and it's just a bit weird. Notably, there's a concept called Jim Carrey face, where
Jim Carrey face. What kind of obscure bit is that? Jim Carrey face. Thank you, Pogny, for the 14. This is my first stream I've been watching for over 2 years. Wanted to congratulate you on Darkwood. Took me 3 days to finish. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you for watching it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Scrappy, for joining.
millennials will post videos of themselves making extremely exaggerated facial expressions in a manner reminiscent of the 90s comedy icon. Although if you dig deep enough, it seems it's prominent in all demographics, even Gen Z, so maybe it's just an internet thing. And of course, that famous video where that poor girl
I hate this video so much, bro. This video brings me great pain.
filmed herself dancing in front of food.
I don't even care if it's like clip farming and like this is all a setup and that's her mate. This video it's still just AIDS.
And it inevitably became associated with the millennial brand forever. It's even got to the point where editing that was popular during the millennials' early reign on the internet has become recognizable, such as jump cuts, pauses, and zooms.
Oh yeah, you guys know the millennial pause, right? Where they have their phone they have their phone in their hand, and it's like that kind of dead stare they do for a second, like, welcome back to the channel, guys. Like, they stare at the camera like they don't immediately do it, because most people do that anyway, but then they'll trim it out, and they never trim it out. So they'll just be like, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some cooking, guys. Just every single time. The millennial pause.
However, what's really
I think what the funny thing is, the way generations are going is each generation becomes more drenched in irony because they are so scared of being compared to the previous generation. Like millennials, they grew up on the internet, first gen to do that. Now they're cringe. Gen Z, second generation to grow up. In 10 years, they'll be cringe. They'll be called cringe by Gen Alphas. So everyone keeps drenching themselves in more layers of irony, so you can't even, like, analyze what the fuck they are. So they can't be called cringy because they're always operating on like 7 layers.
telling is the differences between millennial brain rot in the
I watch Gmod videos and YouTube poops in high school. I understand Gen Alpha shit posts. I understand it's going to be thrown out as a concept.
early 2000s compared to now, which aren't all that different. Boomer humor, millennial humor, and Zoomer humor are often pitted against one another.
Boomer humor? Seriously? Gen X humor? Hey, that's just a regular saber. Why don't you try holding it? Doesn't weigh much. I guess you'd call it a lightsaber. Good. Let the hate flow through you. Holy Reddit. Millennial humor. I'm studying, but the stew is silent. Dying. Oh god, that one's the worst one. Gen Z humor, Dave. No, that's not Gen Z humor anymore. That's not. Come on, bump that up to millennial. Bump that one up. No. I won't be taking that.
There is clear overlap between all three.
Gen Z humor. It should just say in impact meme font text, "Kill yourself."
After
that would be a Gen Z joke.
all, boomers have the absurd.
Love workmate. Will you be at PAX again this year? Only a couple of weeks away. By the way, you should fix your camera. It's black and white.
Thank you, Soup Boy, for the 10. No, it's not, but I will be at PAX.
Thanks for briefly covering Darkwood, but do you plan on doing an in-depth analysis? Cheers, champ.
No, I know the video on Darkwood. I didn't cover everything. The video was kind of short. I'll try harder next time. Maybe I'll do Darkwood 2.
Monty Python humor. Millennial humor was originally considered weird and bizarre, and now Zoomers are starting to really get into the depression memes as their generation grows older.
I like that. They're screaming. They're screaming while being dragged into the abyss. It's actually really worrying. Like, I see so many TikToks of people that are just like, oh, I hate myself. I hate my life. And then all the comments are like, I can't repost this. The boys will know.
The pop culture zeitgeist for millennials was Harry Potter, given that the first book was published in 1997.
It's kind of genius. Like, they're all suffering in silence, and they don't even want to do it together because then they're worried that other people will find out.
And the first film aired in 2001, all the way up to 2011. So they really had a large chunk of their time spent within that universe. It got to the point where it became a hugely shared experience, as asking what happened.
You know what the scariest thing is? That guy is probably younger than me. The beard just adds so many years. He's probably 25 or something.
House Are You In became a chronically online process. As such, it makes sense that millennials would latch onto this piece of pop culture well into adulthood, but eventually it became such an oversaturated bit that it too became cringe, not only for other generations, but also for other millennials. There's nothing more annoying than that one friend who constantly goes on and on and on about Harry Potter despite it peaking in pop culture years ago. The term Disney adult is also relevant here, as millennials—
Yeah, I don't get the Harry Potter hype, I really don't. I watched, like, the films as a kid. I think I've watched every single one. Yeah, I don't think I watched the Deathly Hallows until, like, I was older. But, yeah, I don't get the hype behind it. Obviously, as a kid, it was the film to watch. It was insane. But, like, now, as being a 27-year-old, it's like, I don't care. It's like, you know, obviously, you know, rest in peace Maggie Smith, who passed away yesterday. But, yeah, I don't ever feel like I need to rewatch the films. And now HBO are...
Where do I send your check for shilling Sweden?
Send it to my PO box, please. If any of you want to send anything, I have a PO box in the description. Oh, wait, actually. Someone sent something to my PO box. Should I get it? Give me a sec.
Homestuck fandom was wild as hell. I saw two guys dressed up as Homestuck characters fight over a 2-liter bottle of Faygo in the school courtyard. Hilarious.
2-liter bottle of Fanta?
Hi Hassan, enjoying the stream so far. Thanks for the quality work.
Thank you, Lemonus and Rosewood for the 10. Look at this. So, okay, all I'm saying is now, I got a P.O. box down in the description, right? Someone sent me this. Look at that. That's sick. So someone said like they were basically gonna knit me like a sweater. Not a sweater, a beanie. But they actually did it. I think that looks cool. But yeah, if any of you want to like send me stuff, send it to the PO box. Dude, I got a fat head. Look at that. I got a fat head. That's insane. Wait, there's a letter as well. Hang on. Wait, hang on. So happy about this project, and I'm glad you like it. I've been watching you since 7th grade, and I'm now in my 2nd year of college. That's where a lot of the Code Blue cam comes from. Anyways, not to be too gay, but you've helped me through so much. I wanted to show that somehow, with my blood, sweat, and tears, I accidentally stabbed my hands many times while sewing. I like crocheting for the people. No homo, although I'm a woman. Anyways, your content's great. I can confidently say I've watched every video since 2017. Have fun with the beanie of your persona. My favorite furry degenerate. If you ever need repairs, send it back to me. Don't dox me. And then they just put their address. That's based. Look at that, man. That's sick. How is it a millennial beanie? How is it a millennial beanie? I love this. This beanie's mine now. This beanie's mine.
Grew up in the Disney Renaissance of the 90s, with many of them watching Disney films like The Lion King as children.
I think that's really cool. But yeah, if any of you lice, where's the lice? Where's the lice? Yeah, if any of you want to send me stuff, I've obviously got the PO box. You can just send it there. It's down in the description of the stream.
To stop filming themselves gushing about the corporation and how incredible.
I don't get the Disney adult thing. I will never understand it. I went to Disneyland, like Paris, when I was like 12. And then I went to one in America when I was like 19. And that's it.
It is. At times, this love of animated films has grown into borderline obsession, and many adults get.
I don't understand like how you can gush over giving $1 billion company more money. It would just make me bitter.
If I send you Mexican candy, will you eat it on stream? I was going to send it to Bubba Games, but I think he's buying scratchers or on Smogo.
Wait, I can't hear with the
Yo,
beanie
Pyro,
on. I do want to wear the beanie, by the way. I really do
shirt.
like it. I can't hear the donos with it on. Because my head's too fat. Is my hair cooked? That's right. Thank you, John, for the 10. You know what someone else sent me as well? I got sent this in the PO box. Adult Autism Support Guide. Very much needed. Thank you.
Get a little bit weird with how
Pyro,
much they like their
I sent you a jar
childhood
of
films.
Dulce de leche back in like April. It said it got delivered, but I think it might expire soon.
Oh, that was you? Okay, Anita, thank you for the 10. I'm really sorry. I opened the jar, and I had a bit, and it was the best thing I've ever tasted. And then when I went to have some more, like a week later, it was covered in mold, and I had to throw it out. But that little bit that I had was so nice. I'm really sorry to waste it, but it was really nice. Thank you. Like, the thing is, I did want to eat it, but then I didn't want to turn into like one of my commissions. So I just had like a little bit of it one night, and I was like, ooh, that's yummy. Maybe I'll have some like next week. And then when the next week came, it was just covered in mold.
Hence, Disney and Harry Potter obsessions frame millennials as forever children instead of grown adults, which continues to mar their reputation online as annoying humans. There's less a sense of maturity and more a sense of that I hate adulting cringe. That being said, it's important to realize that all of this intergenerational conflict is silly and keeps churning from generation to generation.
You know, I just don't get the kids of today. My 11-year-old cousin said to me, Pookie, I just phantom taxed your gut. And then I have a negative or I use Sigma. I'm banned from MSM for a week because I literally got stunted for getting hella crunk at that party.
No one says this. No one talks like this.
Oh my gosh, it's munted.
Why does your chin look bigger each year? Because I'm mewing.
Always going to be cringe people in each cohort, and they will unfortunately become the hated online scapegoats for the rest of the people of that age. Gen Z has already been spotted hating on Gen Alpha, which is unfortunate as it perpetuates.
The only reason why Gen Alpha are being hated on right now is because they're too young to fight back, genuinely. Once they get access, it's over. Once they get TikTok, it's over.
The cycle. And then the fact that millennials hate on Gen Z is also just crazy, as you'd think that after an entire decade of being shat on, millennials would know better than to feel as if they need to attack another generation. But here we are, and they are doing it.
You know the funny thing is about stuff like this? Like, I'll be called unk and stuff like that, right? But genuinely, like, I am so terminally online that I feel like myself, I'm always going to be like up to date with the memes and stuff like that because it's like my job, right? It literally is my job. So I'll always be able to stay up to date, which is not a good thing, by the way. I'm not saying that as a brag, like it's a superpower. Like, that is fucking loser behavior.
It's gotten to the point where some accounts will claim millennials are better because they drank straight from
what we drank as kids. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That's got more sugar. Any of those has got more sugar than Prime. Come on. Oh, I drank Coke as a kid, guys. Oh, no. Kids today don't drink Coke.
Have you seen the new game Forever Winter? It was meant to release late 2025. Gamers wanted it so bad the devs dropped in really early edition and people have been complaining that it isn't finished. Monka.
Forever Winter?
What's cringer, millennial women humor or Pyro's hair?
Not the hair.
From the hose, which is straight up boomer posting.
Why is there a hose? Oh my god, you actually self-reported you're like 80. That sucks. Dude, this isn't even a millennial. This is like the silent generation. This is someone that was born in like the 20s.
Or then there's the claims that Gen Z is aging like milk, which clearly...
Okay, I'm not joking. Okay, I can laugh at Gen Zs right now, right? Because whenever I pass by like a college or something to get to a train station to go down to London, all these kids that are like 17, 18, they're all vaping, bro. Every single one. Like, the funny thing is, oh my god, I'm going to sound old right now. I'm going to sound so old. When I was in high school, no one vaped. I'm not joking you. No one vaped, bro. No one. And now it is like everyone is vaping. I'm Gen Z. No, I know I'm Gen Z. I'm 1 year. If I was born a year later, I'd be a millennial.
Clearly on the...
No, I'm allowed to roast Gen Z. I'm allowed to, though.
Applies to us.
But that's like young Gen Z. They're different. It was cigarettes, Lamau. Okay, yeah, kind of true, actually.
Small sample size. At the end of the day, everyone wants to be special or be a part of a particular community.
Why millennials look younger than Gen Z? I've actually never seen more cope in my entire life. That's bad. No one has ever said that, by the way. Thank you, Mr. Saturn, for the 15.
Community that is considered
Have
unique.
you seen Skyrim intro, but it's brain rot? Pure cinema.
I have not, Anon. Thank you for the 10.
You don't have a lot else going for you. It's easy to make being Boomer, Gen X, Millennial, Gen Z, or even Gen Alpha a major part of your personality because chances are your experiences will be similar to that of others, and it's nice to feel as if you fit in. This is why generational content can feel so tribal.
I survived spanking, lead paint, rusty playgrounds, secondhand smoke, toy guns, no seatbelts, no helmets, drinking from the hose. He says as he sips his Monster Zero Ultra.
As people argue which childhood was best and why, or which is worst and why. And of course, all of this is encouraged by social media platform algorithms as they see that it induces engagement, boosting numbers way up. You have to understand that the videos uploaded denigrating any generation are not accurate. They are posted with an agenda in mind, and that agenda is provoking viewers by making a certain demographic angry enough to comment a response or share to others so that they too can become outraged. As a result, each generation will eventually become boomerish and cringe in their own way.
Just the old man. The old man. It's up to you to break generational trauma. Baby boomers stupid. Generation X, you're not good enough. Millennials. This is like the army soldier blocking the bullets from the little girl. Have you seen that? That sucks. It's like that puppet meme of like all the strings. Stupid. You're not good enough. It's funny because if there was a smaller character that was Gen Alpha, the Gen Z child would just be shouting "kill yourself."
And the only way to stop it is to accept...
No, they'd be saying "kill yourself, Zumi."
The fact that, yeah, one day you will very likely be angry at kids for treading on your metaphor.
I think this is one reason why, like, when people say that I'm old, I roll with it. I don't cope, and I'm like, oh, I'm not that old, bro. I'm not that old. Like, I'm not old. But at the same time, it's like the wall comes for everyone. No matter who you are, where you're from, how much money's in your account, the wall comes for everyone. And if you like kind of make peace with it before that happens, it's like, whatever.
Oracle from Lawan, but for the love of God.
Like, sometimes I do think, I'm like, ooh.
Literally the coach yelling at the kid meme.
It's based. Thank you, Lemonus, the 10. Yeah, it's like the Norwood Reaper. Norwood. Isn't Norwood the hairline thing? The Norwood Reaper. The Norwood Reaper. Oh my god. The Norwood Reaper. That's painful. Is that Jude Law? No. This guy is actually doing the Osho speed face. Where he's just looking down.
Pyro, love your content. This is the first time I catch one of your streams. Keep up the great.
I will keep up the great. Thank you for the 10, Kuda.
Don't bring out the metaphorical shotgun and blast them for it. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.